Hey, this is Rick Joyner of the Rick Joyner Experience, and you're listening to Unsolicited Opinions.
All right, so here we was. I am 15 years old. My mom got her dream car. My mom always dreamed about getting a Mercury Cougar. I don't know why she liked that car. That was her car.
I had a Cougar. That was my first car.
My mom wanted a Mercury Cougar. She finally was able to afford to get her car. So my mom got the car. She had the car for about 3 weeks. Somebody T-boned her in an intersection, and she totaled it out. So, well, not totaled it out because they fixed it and got the car back. So my mom got the car back one night. She got the car back one day after her accident. I decide I'm going to sneak the car out that same night. So my mom gets the car. Everybody goes to sleep. I go down there. I get the keys. I get in the car. I go pick up my homie in the neighborhood. I'm taking him to see his girlfriend. So I go pick my homie up. I'm only 15. I don't have a license, but I've been driving for like 2 years already with no license. I've been all over the neighborhoods. I've been driving my ass off. So I take the car, go pick my homie up. We go over his girl's house. I take him to see her. He's chilling over there about 30, 40 minutes. We about to leave. So she's standing on the front step. I remember this vividly. She's standing on the front step. My homeboy get in the car. We about to leave. I decide I'm going to show off. So I'm be leaving. I decide I'm not going to turn around. I'm going to back out of here at about 70 miles an hour. So I hit the pedal. I'm backing down the road and I lose control and I hit a brick mailbox. Knocked the mailbox out the ground. Car won't stop. I'm like, so now I'm going to plan B. Like, okay, how can I fix this? I'm going to drive the car back home and scatter the car pieces like somebody hit the car in front of the house. But what I didn't know was that this is new technology at the time. There was an automatic kill switch if you're in an accident that the gas pump shuts off. So the car won't start up. I'm sitting there trying to start the car, won't start up. So finally I had to go to the girl's house that we was at. I said, I need to use your phone. I had to call my parents. So I called my dad. I was like, Dad, I wrecked the car. And my dad, if you know him, he's so cool. Where you at? I give him where I'm at. I tell him where I'm at, where the car is at. By this time, people have gathered around. So I'm just like, oh, shit. So I tell him where I'm at, and then after I tell him where I'm at, I get somebody else like, you got to take me home. You got to take me back to my house because I don't want to be here when my dad gets here. So I get somebody else to take me home because I would rather get my ass beat at home than in front of all these people because I know it's coming. It's coming. So that but in hindsight, that made it worse because my dad was like, damn, nigga, you just left the car with the keys in it, everything. I was like
it wouldn't start.
Yeah, it wouldn't start. So I know you finna whip my ass. You're not finna whip my ass in front of all my peers. So I got to go home so you whip my ass in private because I know it's coming. So I leave the car. I get somebody to drive me back to my house. I go home and I decide that I'm going to hide in the basement because I'm just like, because at this point, I don't have no viable options. At this point, I'm just like, the shitstorm's coming. Oh, no. I'm going to do everything I can to evade this shitstorm. So this is what happened. So I went down in the basement. I hid in the closet. So about 30, 40 minutes go by. I hear the door open. I hear my dad come in. I hear him looking for me. Where's Brian? Where's Brian? And I hear my mom saying he's downstairs. So I'm in the closet hiding. I'm hiding in the closet like, now he ain't gonna find me in his own house. Like he ain't gonna find me. So he comes downstairs and my dad is he's the one who's like very calm, which is, he has that scary calm. Like, yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Everything's all right. And that's how he was talking to me. He's like, Brian, and I'll never forget this. He's like, Brian, what were you thinking? What the fuck is wrong with you? Boom! Motherfucker stole me in my chest. Knocked all the wind that I had in my chest out. I'm sitting gasping for air. I'm gasping for air. What is wrong with you, boy? You know what I'm saying? Not only can't breathe, he scolded me as I can't breathe. What the fuck is wrong with you? How did the fuck you do that to your mom's car? So yeah, and then I was in trouble. And then it was embarrassing because my parents had to come pick me up at school and they got this big ass dent in the trunk. Everybody in school knew. Like, I didn't even want to go to school because the next day was a school day. I didn't even want to go to school the next day because everybody had already heard what I had did. It was like, dang, you wrecked your mama's car? What the fuck happened? Because I did it right by the school. It happened over in the school area. So, and then everybody already knew about it, and then I was on punishment forever.
Now, let me tell you,
second half of the story.
This brother was on punishment for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Like forever. Like this.
Hold on, before you do, I'm gonna tell you what happened. My parents gave me a schedule. I had a billboard in the house where each chore was a certain amount of dollars, and if I completed that chore, it helped pay off what it cost to fix the car. So if I washed the dishes, that was $3. The total to get the car fixed was like $3,000 back then. So each chore had a dollar amount. So if I did certain chores, that's how I was paying off getting the car fixed.
God.
Yes.
Okay, so we ain't got no clue about this damn chart.
Yeah.
All we know is this brother get off the bus or whatever, go straight home.
Yeah.
We don't see him for 3 months. Like we don't even know what he looked like, right?
Yeah.
Because we ain't seen this brother in 3 months.
I'm
on punishment.
I'm on punishment. Yeah.
He on super punishment.
Yeah, we had bullshit punishment and then we had real punishment.
Right, exactly.
He was on real punishment.
There's levels to this shit.
There's levels.
Right.
Thank you. You know, yeah.
There's
So
levels to shit.
after 3 months, we had like a community meeting. All the boys, we was like, man, Brian been on punishment entirely too long. He's staring out the window, looking at motherfuckers riding bikes.
Like out the trash. Y'all having fun out there.
Oh, look at them, just joyfully
He's right by
riding
my house.
along.
I'm staring at the top window looking out like they having fun.
Right. So he been in there forever. You know what I'm saying? We come by and wave at him and shit. So we finally decided we got to do something about this. So we took our ass to, guess it was Rite Aid back then. I don't remember what the fuck it was. Rite Aid.
McCrory's. Right, McCrory's.
We bought all these poster boards, right?
Yes.
Went, drew, made signs, and we went out in front of his house and protested. We had a march.
They had a march in front of my house.
And it said, Free Brian Clark. Hell
You
no,
have
we
got
won't go.
to be kidding
Free
me.
Brian Clark.
This is true story.
wrecked
True
his
story.
mama's car, and
True
y'all
story.
trying to get him
Yes,
out.
true
It was 3
story.
months.
It was like 3 months later, but it's a true story. My homies was out in front of my house with signs picketing Free Brian Clark.
Oh my gosh.
It worked.
It worked,
It
though.
worked. It touched my mama. She was like, "Go outside and play, boy."
Really?
Yes,
It worked.
It worked. Yes, it worked. It
You got to
worked.
organize,
organize.
motivate.
Come on, mom was like, "Damn, your friends miss you this bad. You need to go play with them."
Shut up.
These niggas marching.
Shut up.
We was like, hell no, we won't go. Free Brian Clark.
I think I see Al Sharpton out there.
Shut the fuck up.
But
And
we
you
went
were
got-
able to get out punishment and go play with your friends.
Yes,
when they was protesting.
but here's the caveat. My mama wouldn't do this when my dad was at work.
Okay,
She would let me
there
go
we
play. She's like, Brian, you better be.
He's
she
on
be-
house arrest.
Yeah, you better be in the house by 6 o'clock. Your dad, they'll be home by 6, so you better be back in the house.
He's on work release.
My dad wasn't having that shit. He was strict with this punch. He was like, he got to learn. Well, mom was a softie, so she was like, you ain't go outside
We
and play.
protested.
Yeah. But she was like, you better be.
on work release.
It was like work release. Mom was like, you better be in.
I am like flabbergasted.
You
right now.
you better be back in the house when your dad get home because I don't have to explain this shit.
There's
So-
always that one parent, though. Let's be honest. So.
Mom's. It was
There's
always the
always that
mom.
one
The
parent.
mom. Well, I don't
There's
know.
always that
Always.
disciplinary.
Yeah.
This is what's supposed to be. I don't
Yeah.
care. I love you. I'm hurting you to love you
Yeah.
because that's what it is.
Yeah.
And then you got that softy parent.
And I
who
was
be like,
almost about to say it's always the mom, but that's not true because depending
No,
on where you
it's
came
not.
from, some dads are softies, some moms are
dads would
soft.
be like,
Yeah.
oh, it's okay.
But
da-da-da.
as a kid, you knew how to take advantage. My mom, me and my sister still talk about this. Our mom, like we used to just like, Mom, can I go here? No. Can I go here? No. But we would wear her down. Like we would just wear her down. Mom, can I? fuck it, just go. I don't even care no more. Just go. And that was our thing. We just wear her down. And
It'd be like that.
But our dad, we couldn't do that. He was like, no. And we knew that was
Wait,
yeah.
Dad be like,
Don't ask again. Do not ask again. Do not ask again. I told you no the first time, and don't you ask me again.
See, when I was growing up, my dad was a firefighter, so when he went to work, he went to work for 24 hours. That means he left for a whole day. And I remember this one time we were sliding down the steps. We put sheets down. We had these little leather pillows. We was like, like it was like a whole situation. Oh my God, it was everything. It was great. We slid down. We were laughing so hard we almost peed on ourselves. It was great. It was everything. And my mom came home. My dad was at the firehouse at the time. My mom came home. She didn't even realize what was happening. And so we didn't tell her nothing because I was babysitting and we tied him up. That's a whole nother situation.
Whoa.
You tied him up?
Yeah, we tied that little kid up.
Baby?
He was talking too much. And so we had to like get him straight. We was like, you're going to sit here in this computer chair until, he fell asleep. And once he fell asleep, we untied him and laid him down on the couch.
Yeah.
I digress. Anyway, long story short, Dad came home the next morning.
That was false imprisonment.
It was, but whatever. We were like,
He don't understand it. He had no
12.
siblings. You had siblings. He never had no. He was the only child.
That's what you do. There's nothing about being nice.
All right,
No.
finish your
That's
story.
what's called love.
Finish the story. Though.
Finish your story.
And then my dad came home and he was like, I know what y'all was doing. And we were like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, I know y'all was sliding down the steps. And we was like,
How you know?
How do you know? But then we didn't even say nothing. And we were like, okay. And we tried to like put out the sheets up and the pillows up and everything up. And it's so funny because it was like days later, it was like my mom and dad's conversation was like the catalyst to it. It was like, the kids were sliding up and down the stairs and everything. And she was like, what? I had no idea. I didn't know. And we were like,
isn't it funny now as an adult where you thought you was being slick as a kid?
So slick.
And then the things that
slick.
kids do now, you were like, I did the same. And it's not
so
even
slick.
close to being slick. Like, we thought you was being slick or tell a cool lie. And you're like, that wasn't even close. Yeah.
Not at
Like,
all.
now as an adult, I'm like, that was some dumb shit I said back then.
I thought I was getting away with
exactly.
murder.
Yeah, I thought I was getting away with some murder, but I realized
Murder.
now I was saying dumb shit. And my parents was looking at me like, okay, I'm just going to let you think you lying to me.
I got a story for you. I was in high school and I came home drunk, right?
Oh, I got to go on for those. Do
didn't-
yours first. Yeah. I got to go with one of those.
So to give you a little bit of the background story of the event, we were playing questions. I
don't know that
wasted.
game.
You never played
It's
questions?
like truth or dare?
No, it's questions. So you get in a circle
Like
of
20
people.
questions?
No, you get in a circle of people and everybody asks a question. And if you try to answer the question or you stutter, you have to take a drink. So like I look at you,
It
I'm
like some
like,
country shit.
what color are your toenails? And you're supposed to tell the other person like what color is the sky or whatever. But you may get caught up when I say what color are your toenails. Be like, my toenails ain't no color.
If she says something that like hits you, you'll fuck up, and then you gotta take a drink.
And you gotta take a
I
drink.
don't know this drinking game.
Oh,
It's a
my
new
gosh,
one.
yes.
See, it's why I like talking because I don't know this one. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's crazy. The more you drink, the more you're not able to answer questions.
question
you get
correctly,
wasted,
yeah.
Right. So my high school friend drove me home in my Cougar, my 1989 Cougar. That was my first car. And what's it called? We get there and my hair was all over. It's like I thought I looked okay. I thought I looked. I thought.
But isn't that a premise?
No.
Don't we all think we look okay when we're fucked
I
up?
just
Like,
thought
I look good.
I didn't think I looked like how I was.
Like right now, I think I look good, but I'm probably I look like shit.
Right, I look crazy.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like, no, I can't be that messed up.
Right.
So my room, being the youngest, I had to walk past my parents' room to get to my room. So I'm like, I'm just gonna beeline. I'm gonna keep my eyes straight forward, and I'm just gonna walk. And so I walked.
Hold on, let me ask you this question: did you know like every creak in the floor through that path?
Well, I knew my mom was already
Like
awake.
you know, did you know how to walk down the hallway without making any noise?
Well, it wasn't even about that. It was I was home before curfew.
Oh,
I just didn't
She
think
was
I
just
looked
drunk.
as crazy as I did, and I was drunk. And I thought that I could just walk to my room and like, everything
I always
would be
thought
okay.
I always thought he made it home before curfew. Anything goes. Like
No.
if I get home shit faced before curfew, nobody can say nothing.
Maybe as a boy, but not as a girl. And
I made it. Yeah, fucking house. I made it, bitch.
that's how I felt. But I was wasted. my friend, I was wasted. And I walked to my room, and I was walking, and I got to my bed, and my mom called my name, and I was like, oh,
isn't the worst feeling in the world when your mom calls your name when you think you got away with some shit?
Yes, I was like, this can't be happening. I look fine. So I didn't know that my hair was like poofed up on the side, and I looked crazy. I didn't even know. So I still go in there. So she calls me in her room, and I walk in there, and I sit with my back to her on the bed. Like,
you don't want to smell your breath.
She can't see my face.
Or see your face.
No, not at all. And she's like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, nothing.
Mom,
Nothing's
drunk.
wrong with me. Nothing. She's like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, nothing. I was like,
did she do it in that voice?
Yes.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? And I was like, nothing. Nothing's wrong. And then she was like, you're grounded. And I was like, no, Mom. I was like, no, I'm good. I was
don't you love parent adjudication? What's wrong with you? Nothing. You're grounded.
Yeah, and I was like, no.
I don't need no judge or jury. You just done. You're done.
I really was like, no. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm like, what's wrong? Whatever. She was like,
your legal arguments have no merit
wait,
here.
Hold on, no, wait for this.
What?
So I'm sitting there, like I said, my back is to her. I didn't know my hair was like poofed up to the side. I looked crazy.
Right.
I thought I was cool,
Right.
so I'm sitting there just straight up. And she was like, you're grounded for 2 weeks. I said, Mom, I'm drunk. I said, I'm drunk.
You just went going to fest mode.
I didn't care no more. I said 2 weeks, that's a wrap.
Once she got a you can't sentence you.
No, that's too much.
It's double jeopardy, Mom.
I said no.
I'm going to fest this out. I'm drunk.
That's what I told her. I said, I'm
going to get 2 weeks for drunkenness. All right, I'm going to take that.
I had to tell her. I had to tell her the truth. And then I got grounded.
It's going concurrent.
But the thing was.
It's concurrent is consecutive, Mom.
But wait, the problem was that I got so sick that night. I was sick that night. I threw up that night.
And she knew.
The next day, I had to clean up everything.
Yeah.
Like, my punishment, forget being grounded. The way I felt being hung over and everything I went through, that was my true punishment.
And that's my story, too.
That was the worst of it all.
That's the exact story I had. One night, we got shit-faced going to a Banneker game. I came home drunk off MD, and I tried to climb through the basement window. And I thought I was being like a ninja. Like, I thought I was coming through the window, all quiet. I'm going to go climb through the window, go get on the basement couch and pass out. Next day, my mom was like, hey, I heard you. I was like, what do you mean? I heard you, Brian. I was like, I just came home a little. No, Brian, you was making all kind of noises. And you was like grunting and groaning. I think you broke something coming through the window. I was like, what are you talking about? Because as a kid, you lie, and deny.
lie, and deny.
I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah. She's like, Brian, I heard you. He coming through the window last night. I was like, oh. Hey, Mom, what's for breakfast?
Right, that didn't happen. I didn't
you got to change the subject. Yeah,
I didn't hear anything that you just said right now.
We have pancakes.
Right, I'm so hungry. You making bacon tonight? That thick cut?
Isn't that the funniest thing about the kid? When you get caught, you just try to switch subject. So, your mom, you know what? I'm doing good in biology.
Right. I am so tired.